Hello, everyone. It's Dahna-Esther, Olivia Fearon, and I want to take this time to invite you to check out my new and latest ebook, Nuggets from the Last 3 Decades. Listen, this ebook, it's about to go live at exactly 12 midnight, okay, on the 16th of October. So that is in the next, I would say, in the next 3.5 hours. But by the time you see this, it's going to be in the next 3 hours. This ebook is going to go live. Listen, I feel like, this is one of, I would say, my greatest creations. And I tell you why. Though this is my third book, okay, so my first book was Transition, How to Get From Here to a Place Called There. And my second book was a journal, Big Sis, Little Sis Girls Club Purpose Journal. But this journal, or this is not a journal, this book, okay, this book, it means so much to me because I have been sitting on it for about 5 years. I remember 5 years ago, the Lord laid it on my heart to write this book. And it was back in 2020. So, like I always do around my birthday, because it is my birthday by the grace of God, on the 16th of October. And 5 years ago, this time, as I always do, I booked some time off from work and I used my time off to write because I felt this book, it was bubbling in my spirit. And I started writing it. And when I completed it, the Lord was just like, leave it. Like, just let it be. And I was like, huh? Like, what do you mean? I thought I wrote it just to release it. But I am so grateful because it has, had 5 years to simmer. I almost want to think of it like oxtail, that my blackness is coming out, my Jamaicanness is coming out. Okay. When you leave oxtail to cook on a slow cooker, when you leave it to cook, over a long period of time, the taste, just the softness and how the meat falls off of the bone. That's how I feel about nuggets from the last 3 decades. It's had 5 years to cook. Okay, it's been in the slow cooker and it's been cooking and cooking and cooking. And so, by the grace of God, last Wednesday, I just received the green light. Okay, the Lord just said, it's time to go. It's time to go and it's time to to publish this ebook. And He told me exactly how to do it. And so, I just want to take this time to invite you, okay, into this creation, this new, this new masterpiece. I call it a masterpiece, okay, and just to kind of let you into what nuggets from the last 3 decades mean. It's literally wisdom from the last 3 decades. Now, I'm not going to tell you what my age is, okay, but I literally am an old soul. And so I became very aware, of myself, of my surroundings, and about just everything in general. I process things. I have been processing things very deeply from the age of 5 or 6. And so over the last couple of years, or 5 years ago, when I really sat still and I started to, go into my hidden treasure box of wisdom, and I started pulling things out over the last couple of decades. And so after writing those wisdom nuggets, the Lord gave me this title. And what nuggets from the last 3 decades is going to give to you? It's going to help you in the areas of familial relationships, friendships and dating, how to love yourself. Okay, there is a chapter, on what it means to walk through deliverance, discipleship, and therapy. And so what this book offers is it's a life manual for specific areas of your life. Okay, there's not a chapter in there as to how to make money quick. But I believe that the Lord had me capture, key areas, okay, that affect, okay, a person's movement when it comes to purpose and destiny. Because when you're walking around with a broken heart, it's very hard to create. It's very hard to have a sense of purpose. And so when you read this book, when you read nuggets from the last 3 decades, you're going to recognize, what it means to be you, what it means to walk, okay, in the fullness, okay, of the purpose of how God has created you, and how to navigate certain relationships, whether that be family, friends, or even dating and courting, okay, scenarios. So, there are some nuggets there to help you to navigate those new levels of relationships, and also how to navigate the relationships that you already have, okay. And so I'm not going to say any more than that because you're in for a treat, okay. Those who have read my books before, especially if you've read Transition, there's actually a chapter on transition, okay. And what I love about this book, it is not long, because those of you who have read read my first book. Okay, it was long, but this is literally only 40 pages. Can you believe it? I don't know how I did that, but 40 pages long, and it's literally 8 chapters with 10 nuggets, okay, 10 bullet points of wisdom. And I go in depth on each bullet point, okay, depending on the area. So there's certain areas, like I said, family, navigating friendships, navigating the courting and dating relationships, okay, you know, how to, you know, navigate deliverance, okay, and healing and therapy and discipleship, okay, and what it means to go through transition. And so yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. So it's going to go live, okay, the link is going to go live on my Facebook, okay, my Facebook page, and also on my Instagram at Dahna-Esther. I will also mention something on TikTok at Dahna-Esther33. YouTube, I will also mention something. In fact, I'm going to put this video on YouTube, and then there's going to be a link in the description section. So you're going to click that link and you'll be able to download the ebook. Listen, guys, I'm truly excited. I am truly excited. I think this is the most excited I've been about all the projects, all the events that I've done throughout the years. This is my greatest one yet. And I truly believe that you are going to be blessed. Okay, like I said, there are certain areas, you know, especially in the area of relationships, that I talk about in this book, and I believe it's going to help you, okay, to heal and to also navigate what God has already given you to navigate. And so yeah, guys, buy the book. It's going to bless you. Take care.